Fair Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. October 21st. Nothing grows in the dark. We will want the good that is in us all, even in the worst of us, to flower and to grow. As Bill sees it, page 10. With the self-discipline and insight gained from practicing step 10, I begin to know the gratifications of sobriety, not as mere abstinence from alcohol, but as recovery in every department of my life. I renew hope, regenerate faith, and regain the dignity of self-respect. I discover the word "and" in the phrase, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Reassured that I am no longer always wrong, I learn to accept myself as I am with a new sense of the miracles of sobriety and serenity. Courage to change one day at a time in Al-Anon. October 21st. Many times I have said I wish I had faith, and what I've heard from so many wise Al-Anon members is surrender your lack of faith to your higher power and ask for faith. I have said I know I am powerless, but I feel so helpless, frightened, hopeless. And I have been told I had the option to surrender those feelings and ask for what I need. Powerless does not mean helpless. In fact, it can lead us to a source of enormous power, the power to carry out God's will. I have also said I can't figure out what God wants me to do, though I've prayed for guidance. My loving sponsor always says, God doesn't speak in code. Ask for clarity, and then trust that you will get it when the time is right. When in doubt, I am learning that the answer is to ask. Today's reminder. After years of asking only for a particular solution to a problem, such as, please make the alcoholic stop drinking, I need to learn a better way to ask for help. Today I will meditate for a few minutes on what I need, and then I will ask a power greater than myself to help me with it. There's a quote from In All Our Affairs, and it reads, even if we have struggled with the idea of a higher power, we have learned that asking for help works. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, October 21st. God's Will Today. This decision demands continued acceptance, ever-increasing faith, and a daily commitment to recovery. IP number 14, One Addict's Experience. Sometimes we really live the third step, and it's great. We don't regret the past, we aren't afraid of the future, and we're generally pleased with the present. Sometimes, though, we lose our vision of God's will in our life. Many of us dream of erasing the mistakes of our past, but the past cannot be erased. Many of us are grateful this is so, for our past experiences have brought us to the recovery we enjoy today. By working the program, we can learn to accept the past and reconcile ourselves with it by amending our wrongs. Those same 12 steps can help eliminate our worries over the future. When we practice innate principles on a daily basis in all our affairs, we can leave the results up to our higher power. It seems as though our members with the strongest faith are the ones who are best able to live in the present moment. Enjoyment, appreciation, and gratitude for the quality of their lives. These are the results of faith in life itself. When we practice the principles of our program, today is the only day we need. Just for today, I will make the most of today and trust that yesterday and tomorrow are in God's care. Today, Emotions Anonymous, October 21st. Reflection for today. It is not humanly possible to like every person with whom we come in contact. There will always be people who will say or do things with which we will disagree. It is probable that we affect others the same way. No one is exactly like anyone else. The differences make for variety in our life and should be as welcome as the different varieties of flowers in our gardens. All of us, regardless of our race, beliefs, colors, or ethnic background, were created by a loving God. It is not necessary to like everyone, only to accept them. Meditation for today. Thank you for the differences in people, which truly spices up the adventure of living. Today I will remember, we each take our own special road toward the same spiritual quest. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. October 21st. Patience. Rebuilding or building our lives takes time. It takes patience and steady focus. BRB, page 431. Many of us never knew what focus or patience really looked like until we came to ACA. We had spent our lives moving frantically from one thing to another. As we began practicing new behaviors, we started by first being consistent in our attendance at meetings. We then began reaching out by making phone calls and asking for help to stay focused. When we became willing to take on service roles in meetings, it was to both feed our own recovery and to give back. We were searching for balance, realizing it took patience to recover from the years of dysfunction we'd experienced. We learned to take care of our physical needs, resting when we were tired and eating healthy food to nurture our bodies and minds. We began retiring our compulsive behaviors as we became more aware of them. Now we see our efforts paying off as we experience serenity. We have learned to ask for what we need in our jobs, friendships, and romantic relationships because we know we are worth it. If others don't hear us, we move on. We have walked courageously into the light of recovery, feeling safe, perhaps for the first time. The affirmation reads, "On this day I pray for patience and value the opportunities that present themselves. I ask for the guidance I need to stay focused on my needs." Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. And if you don't know what that you is, take the time, give yourself the gift of taking the time to find out who you are. And remember that you are not alone and that recovery is absolutely possible, one day at a time.